Now, for anyone who's not familiar with this Gauntlet challenge system or challenges, basically you have these series of challenges that you have to go through to uh, pick up points, and you don't actually win those points unless you win one of these boss challenge at the end of each set of challenges. So right now, as you can see, I have 0 points until I won't get it until I win this next head-to-head at Daytona. Um, so yeah, and then so you keep banking them up until you win the car, enough to win the car. So 8,560 is far away from 300. But as you progress on, the each challenge does get a little bit more challenging. As in they put more conditions on what you have to do. I'm using a lot of word challenge here. Anywho, so they might ask you to not touch other cars, don't skid, or don't go off track, or they might mess up your steering, things of that kind. Obviously, anybody who's gone through these challenges in the past, you're quite familiar with what they expect you to do. Since last season of the Gauntlet, they introduced this ticket system where each race essentially costs you two tickets. So basically, you can run 10 races before you have to wait and get those charged up. Or you can buy them, as you can see, with the gold. Or you can watch ads to get free ticket. Or you just have to wait. I believe every half an hour you get one free ticket. I still don't know why they didn't just go with the 10 ticket and have each race cost a ticket and have it takes an hour to fill up one ticket. But you know what? That's besides the point. Um, who knows? A single ticket is worthless. Anyway, that's my beef. Let's move on. Jump in with this head to head. Before we jump in, ooh, black one, I like that. We'll go through the upgrades. So I'm expecting first round upgrades to be all cash upgrade or racing dollars. So we got 75,000 for the first round of engine upgrade. It should bring my PR to 67.6, and it takes 6 hours. So we'll get that going. And if you want, if you don't feel like waiting, you can always reduce by 30% by watching an ad or spend gold and get it done right away, which I don't recommend because gold is much harder to come by in this game. And then the next, we got drivetrain, kind of the same scenario here, 6 hours, about 70,000 racing dollars. So get that going. And oh, that one didn't give me an option to watch ad. And then body, we got 4 round of upgrades that you can put in this one. So this one's a little bit cheaper, 56,000 racing dollars, but still 6 hour upgrade time. I'm expecting every one of these to be 6 hour upgrade. And the suspension, as expected, 6 hour upgrade time as well. And this one, 64,000. Let's get that rolling. Now, if you are new to the game, obviously you probably won't have as much cash, which means putting all these upgrades on at once like I do is not something that you might be able to afford. Then it's fine. Just go with what you can afford. But I would recommend getting as much upgrade as you can early on, just because that way the challenges would be easier. so you can get further without struggle or as much struggle. All right, so then we got brakes, still 6 hour upgrade time, and then almost 50,000. Now this car belongs in an elite class, different from, let's say, the Porsche 911, which we just did, which was the legend class car, so to speak. So this one's a little bit cheaper. Tires and wheels, 6 hour upgrade as expected, and almost 60,000 racing dollars. So now that upgrades are coming along, we'll jump in for this head-to-head, which shouldn't, I expect it to be relatively easy. Before we go on, let's just check out what kind of finish we got on this car as well. So obviously, looks like you can put your own custom vinyls, which is always nice. I like those. We got orange, we got white, and silver, red, black, and yellow. I am quite happy with the black. That is a very cool looking black. It's very menacing looking. Yeah, it says the vinyl needs to be removed, but there really isn't any. So yeah, cool stuff. Basic, you get your basic 4 shapes, and then the rest you have to purchase with gold, and then you get still 50 layers to put on this, and there's a color palette that you can pick from. All right, anyway, what was it? Does it change anything? Yeah, the little chrome trims do come around a little bit. All right, enough of me just messing around here. Oh, one more thing, service time. It's a long service hour car. It's almost, well, it's 4 hours and 30 minutes. That's one of the longer ones. There's some good, very good cars. In fact, the two that I mentioned in the other video for being really good cars, such as 650S McLaren. We're gonna use that later on in the challenge. That one has, I think just 2 hour service time, and P1 GTR as well has just 2 hours. It's remarkable cars with a very, very short service time. So, well, relatively speaking. So anyway, let's jump in, do some racing, and our old friend Magnus is back. Hello. Oh. Even with all that track shenanigans, job is done. So as you can see, when you win that boss challenge, now you get the points. And our 57% till we get to the, I guess, rank 1. And we get 5 gold once we reach that point. It seems like a next set of races. Alright. So there's that. And the race itself was only a minute long. But alright. Done. And yes, now the next set of races. See you then.